In America, where most everyone is a believer, what happens if you don't believe? Well, one girl found that can be very difficult, but she and some other atheists have begun speaking out, saying, who needs faith?
3 years ago, the Smalkowski family moved to this 80-acre ranch in Oklahoma. 16-year-old Nicole was excited about it.
We have a whole bunch of land that's ours, and you could walk on it. You can camp on your own land. So it was different, but I liked it.
Nicole looked forward to playing sports at her new high school. She's a remarkable athlete, and when school started, though she was only 13, she became the only girl to play on the boys' football team.
How could you handle the boys on the football team? You're not that big.
I usually went for like the knees because I was smaller than them, so I could dive at their legs.
Then came basketball season. But at the first game, everything changed because after the game, the girls gathered to recite the Lord's Prayer.
I didn't think they had religion in sport, but when it came to basketball, they would pray before and after practices. They would pray during games. You know, praying was a tradition for them, and that's what they said.
Even the other team joins in. And from the stands, school officials too, says Nicole.
All the teachers that work at that school, the administration have their heads bowed and they're saying the Lord's Prayer with the kids. Coach has his head bowed. It's a thing that everyone does.
It was uncomfortable for Nicole because she's an atheist.
You could have just bowed your head and kept silent.
I wouldn't do it because it's disrespectful to me. I think it's disrespectful to them. And why would they want an atheist in their circle saying the Lord's Prayer? If I was a Jew or a Muslim or a Hindu, I would have problems saying that prayer.
So did you say, no, I'm an atheist, I won't do that?
Well, I told the coach, I was like, oh, I don't believe in God, I'm an atheist. So he's like, well, go to the locker room then.
Why are you an atheist?
Oh, I was born an atheist.
Nicole may be an atheist because her parents are atheists. Her father rejected the idea of a divine power long ago.
How do you know there isn't a God?
Because you can't prove there is. I mean,
but I can't prove there isn't.
Oh, no, 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 no. My proof there is no God is you can't bring him forth. You see
but
God.
There could be a God, the invisible presence that creates.
Right, and it could be Santa Claus is coming to town. You want to build a society that way, watch out.
Atheism is unusual in the small town of Hardesty, Oklahoma. Faith is a big part of most people's lives here.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, we would give forth our praise unto you.
In fact, America is an overwhelmingly faith-based nation. Recent poll results show 91% of the country believes in God. Just 6% say they do not, and only 3% say they don't know. Nicole says once she said she was an atheist,
your relationship with the other kids changed.
Yeah. It's hard to talk about.
It's all right. I remember too, I cried too. And I don't like that. It's just
a second.
Students called her names, she says.
You know, they would call me devil worshiper. I'd walk down halls, people would laugh at me. They would look at me really weird and stare me down.
Then she says teachers joined in.
What would they say?
This is a Christian country, and if you don't like it, get out.
When the kids hear a teacher say when she goes to the bathroom, I hate that girl, what are you telling the kids at the school? That's a gang, man. Religious gang.
School officials who were involved turned down our request for an interview. But two of the town's religious leaders agreed to talk. Pastor Truman and Diane Summerford and Pastor Don and Marie Calvert. They defend Hardesty as a place where the faithful and faithless are equally welcome. Diane's a substitute teacher at the high school and says Nicole was not discriminated against.
I've never seen anything in the school that the kids treated Nicole badly. We have good kids that care, and they are good Christian kids.
And as for that game-ending tradition, they say students have a right to voluntarily pray.
It's still a free country that we're living in today. And our young people are standing up for their faith.
Many in town told us they don't know what atheists believe.
I mean, I don't particularly know what an atheist, you know, I know they don't believe they don't have a God that I worship.
Welcome, everybody. the 33rd Annual Convention of American Atheists.
Lots of people are uncomfortable with us and people attending an American Atheist Convention. Some here are afraid to do what Nicole did.
Most atheists choose to remain in the closet because of fear.
Those who do admit their atheism are often asked, how can you be good without God?
They usually question how we could possibly be moral people.
I think they think we're unhappy people, which is completely not the case for me.
Atheists are nice people, they're good people, they're moral people.
They don't believe in anything.
They believe in life, they believe in science, in art, in poetry, in love, in marriage, in family. They believe in all those things. They just don't believe in supernatural magic.
Evolutionary biologist Richard Dawkins is the author of the current bestseller, The God Delusion.
Richard Dawkins is a world-renowned evolutionary scientist.
His outspoken hostility toward religion even made it to South Park.
Can you imagine a world with no religion? No Muslims killing Jews, no Christians bombing abortion clinics. The world would be a wonderful place without God.
The idea of a divine creator belittles the elegant reality of the universe.
Dawkins recently made a documentary that criticizes all religious faith.
The time has come for people of reason to say enough is enough. Religious faith discourages independent thought, it's divisive, and it's dangerous.
Despite saying such things, he says on his book tour, he's been well received in America.
Thank you very much. America is a very religious country. I would think you would get some angry reactions here.
I thought just the same, but people thank me over and over again for saying what they themselves would like to say, but somehow feel they'd better not.
Dawkins says it's time for atheists to speak up.
We've all been brought up to think that religion deserves a kind of free ride, free from all criticism.
Dawkins says he's glad Nicole's standing up for her beliefs. Her father says the school violated the Constitution by endorsing school prayer and Christian beliefs.
The school was conspiring, basically, to run the atheists out of town or at least get them out of the school. Simple as that.
School administrators kicked Nicole off the basketball team. They said she was bad for team morale and that she'd stolen another student's sneakers.
Did you take the other girl's shoes?
No, I borrowed it from her, and people saw me give it back to her, and she said thank you.
You were late to practice nearly every day.
Actually, I was early to practice every day, and I ran my laps before the coach got there.
A year later, Nicole was allowed back on the team. This time, when the prayer started, Nicole stayed outside the circle.
Yes, I just stood outside of it and said the Pledge of Allegiance.
Without the under God.
Without the under God.
The next school day, she was suspended. And this time they said she had threatened to kill a team member.
Yeah, they say that I told this girl a week earlier that I wanted to kill the secretary's daughter.
Did you?
No.
These are people supposed to teach our young. They're wicked. I'm telling you, they're wicked. You see I done that last night?
Fearing for their daughter's safety at school, Nicole's parents decided to homeschool all three of their kids. In place of sports, Nicole now focuses more time on music. She taught herself to play classical piano. And she joined with her dad and brother to start a family. They're getting paid gigs.
So we're gonna have to do
Meanwhile, American atheists helped them file a civil lawsuit against the town and school, claiming they violated the separation of church and state. A charge the school district strongly denied in this email to 2020, saying there was no school-wide sponsored religious practices going on at Hardesty, and that Nicole was removed from the basketball team for legitimate, non-discriminatory reasons that had nothing to do with her religious views. Nicole's staying out of school hurts her chances of fulfilling her dream, going to college on an athletic scholarship.
You miss school despite all this happening?
I miss school, but I don't want to go back to that school. I tried going back to that school for 2 days, and I couldn't handle it. And there was a new kid there, so he's like, oh, I heard about you. You're that dirty little troublemaking atheist.
So for now, Nicole's dreams are on hold.